Hey guys, back again, another video. Um, this is a little impromptu. I've had a couple people ask me why I don't post my videos everywhere being Facebook, Twitter, uh, Instagram, stuff like that, and why I don't, ask for subscribers. And it's really simple. Let me start by saying this. I would like to get more subscribers so I could get monetized. You know, I would love to get monetized. Absolutely love it. I would hope to get to a point where this platform is so huge, I could stop working at a normal job and do this full time. And then maybe I could buy better production equipment, actually take videos and break them down from the league, and call out sets, show you mistakes and errors in game and players' gameplay, yada yada yada. That would be ultimately what I would like to do. So yes, I would love to get monetized as subscribers, but I don't want to beg people for subscribers. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube channels, and you always get, hey, get that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, yada yada yada. I don't know how that works as far as the pay is concerned for YouTube. I assume it works off of that stuff. Um, but here's my thing: if you being the viewers, like me or like my content, I want it to speak for itself. I don't want to have to beg people to follow my channel. I want to have to beg people to like, share, and subscribe. I want, if you value me as a YouTuber or my content, I want you to make the decision yourself to say, hey, I'd rather dedicate time, energy, or resources to listening to him and what he has instead of me having to harass you. One of the things I hate about other YouTube channels is when they like, share, comment, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. I may ask you guys to comment in the comment section because I'm like, shit, if you already here, we might as well have a conversation about it anyway. But all that other stuff, I really don't care. You know, um, again, I don't know what it's like to be monetized on YouTube. I don't know how that pay stuff works. Maybe it works off of that, so there's a vested interest. But sorry, I had to sneeze. But my thing is just like, hey, if you like it, if you like what you see, you know what to do. I shouldn't have to ask anybody for anything. It's kind of like one of my beliefs when it comes to people. And I'm like, hey, you know, why are you dedicating and investing energy into a person, a man or a woman who, don't sow back in you and invest energy into you the same way? You know, it's one of those things. So for the people that follow me, my 85 or whatever subscribers I'm at right now, um, I appreciate everyone that's here. You know, I love the fact that you guys come here and comment and make suggestions. I like the fact that you guys are entertained by some of the crazy shit that I say. I like the fact that you guys aren't afraid to tell me how you feel or your opinions, whether I agree or disagree. Ultimately, that's not my concern is to agree or disagree with you. It's just to say how I feel, you say how you feel, and then we go from there. I don't really care. Like, I don't have to agree with everything you say. You may be right. You may have a good point. You guys don't have to agree with everything I say. I may be right or be wrong. It to me, I want to be more right than wrong, obviously, but um, I just want to give you my perspective. My perspective 9 times out of 10 is different from anything you've heard from anywhere else. Um, I can't. I haven't seen everybody's content, but I know a lot of people from what I've seen. I'll put it like this. When it comes to people who follow the Pelicans, particularly Lonzo Ball, you get the same old junk. A lot of the times, this regurgitated BS that we've heard from Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, and some of these other guys. And 9 times out of 10, their only vested interest is in the Lakers, New York teams, the main powerhouse teams that everyone cares about are the main superstars, Steph Curry and stuff. We're gonna see talks about Steph Curry's 57-point game, right? We're not, but the day when Lonzo had 27, nobody really talked about it. It was just like whatever. It was just all of us. But the minute he's having a slowish, sluggish, go at it, Kendrick Perkins be like, "When is he gonna start acting like the number 2 pick?" You know what I'm saying? So, and I critique Zoe. I don't think he's perfect, but I also give him his blessings too when he's doing things the right way and playing the game the right way too. But now, let me say it this way. I think that's the benefit of us on social media. No, we're not all professionals. Most of us probably haven't played professional basketball. There's some people who have, and to them, I would, lean on them probably for more knowledge on the game. Uh, Coaches too. But for me, it's just one of those things like, look, I got an opinion just like everybody else. Okay. My thing is, I just want to try to be as right about it as possible from my perspective. You know, like I say, I don't know every single player in the game. There's certain things I recognize. Like they run horns a lot this year. I know what horns is, and there's different ways to run it and all this other stuff. But you know, who knows? Me saying horns may get one of you guys to be like, "What the hell does he mean horns?" You might go look up the play, and then you can see it, and you be like, "Okay, they're running horns," and now you know what the play is. Now you might go like, "Well, I wonder how's that supposed to work?" And you go look up the play and see what its advantages is, disadvantages is, and how it's supposed to be operated. You could be like, "Okay, now you can assess players differently when you start recognizing the scheme." So maybe that'll up the b-ball knowledge of people in general, because it's one thing when we sit out here we talk about players, but if we don't know how they're being used in the system, how can we properly assess them? If I go ask Stephen A. Smith or Max Kellerman or Skip Bayless to go out there and operate Spain pick and roll, they may not know how to run it. Now Stephen A. Smith played basketball in college, so he probably understands Spain pick and roll. Max, all I know about Max is he was a rapper. you know so if he don't if they're going to go critique some of these guys and they don't even know what the fuck they're running, how are you going to give a proper assessment? If Lonzo Ball is running Spain pick and roll, right? What is his job? What is he supposed to do in Spain pick and roll? Okay, how do you know he's actually playing good or bad if you don't know what he's running? You know what I'm saying? What if the offense or the sets he's running is not putting him in the positions to do certain things? So maybe he looks worse than what it is. But what if his numbers are down, but effectively he's helping the team by what he does? You see what I'm saying? So to me, I try to be fair when I critique a player. I definitely want to look at their situation and the parts around them. I want to look at what they can do and what they can't do and compare that with their role and the style of play that player is. Like, Steph Curry could go run in one of Mike D'Antoni's systems, but he's not going to be Steph Curry that we know. He'll be a really good player. He'll still be a great player. But, how he's ran in Steve Kerr's system is more helpful to his skill set and the kind of sets and the kind of style of play that they play. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this channel, that's what I try to focus on. The stuff I do know, I want to point that out. I want to give a different perspective. I want you guys to be able to come here and say, okay, Jay Strokes has this. Like, what is the purpose of his channel? When it comes to Lonzo content. Okay, we can go talk about guys who give the stats and say, okay, he had a good game, a bad game, but maybe I want to hear something a little bit different. So that's kind of what I want to be in this YouTube sector for basketball play, particularly for Zoe and maybe other players in the future. But like I said, I don't know everything. I may miss a play, I may make a mistake here or there, and I'm cool with that. I'll own that, especially if someone points it out and can show me and give me knowledge. Say I'm cool and open to that. But like I said, I'm not going to beg and ask people to subscribe to me. I just hope my perspective intrigues you or captivates you enough that you say, "Hey, he's worth the follow." And that's ultimately all this is about. Like I said, I would love to get monetized and all the other stuff, but I'm not going to beg. If it takes me 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna enjoy the 3 years. Could I go out here and beg and hustle and try to go get to 1,000 subscribers in like a couple months? Sure. And most people would be like, well, shit, you should do it. That's money. But sometimes the process is more important, and putting your dues in is more important than just trying to get the money. You know what I'm saying? Money is good, but too much money or too much fame and success could go to your head. And I want to be level headed. You know, like I said, I started off this channel. I've had this channel since 2006. I've had content here or there, not much, like years of gaps. I might post one thing off my cell phone, and you might not see another thing for like a couple years. I really just started this stuff after the bubble, and really it was because of DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. He kind of inspired me to actually, because I thought about doing YouTube for a while, and I kind of was like, I ain't really got time, ain't really got time. But I seen DJ work at it, and I love listening to DJ because DJ was different. Shout outs to DJ, by the way. Um, he was different, and he gave a different take on the Ball family. You know, then you got guys like Ballfax. Shout out to Ballfax. Um, Ballfax has his version, his variant of that. He's actually had a lot of success really quickly, and he's handled it very well. Um, but you know, he's given his take, his perspective, and it works for him. He's got his viewers, and they like him and everything else. You know, but guys like this giving their perspective, I like it to some degree, but then it's like I have my own take, and my own take I feel is different too, and I don't think it's opposite necessarily of what they bring, but I think, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of everything. And so maybe my take is a little bit on a different scale, different side, and it'll help balance out. Maybe if you follow all of us or subscribe to all of us, you get a different take from each of us and it'll paint the picture together. You know, it's like if you look at a picture and it's, let's say, a sunrise over a forest. Maybe DJ has the sun, okay? Maybe Ballfax may have the forest, or DKM may have this part, and I have this portion. But when you put it all together, maybe it makes the picture greater. You know, the sum of our individual parts will make the whole picture. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not a professional by any means. Of course not. I sit here and I cuss. You know, I put it like this. I give the real nigga version. You know, I give the real nigga version. You know, I'm from Louisiana. I'm country. You know, you know that's just the slang. That's the dialect. That's how we talk from back home. Um, you know, I live in Texas. We still got that country flair. That yada yada yada. DJ's in Houston, I think. You know, so he's kind of, but he's a lot more well spoken. He's not as brash or braggadocious as me. But, you know, maybe sometimes y'all want to hear that rah 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 shit. You know, I I kind of want to be the hype man for Zoe. You know, my video the other night when I said post this motherfucking stats probably 50 times, you know, it was funny. You know, some of you guys was like, hey man, that turnovers joke was hilarious. I appreciate that, you know, just a little something about me. I one day want to be a comedian. Um, so this is kind of like a little practice at it. And if I ever do become famous, I still would do YouTube. I would still want to do analyst stuff. I'd still want to do the stuff that I do now to some degree. But you know, for me, like I said, I just appreciate the journey and the path. I like what I do. I like this. I want to be more professional, have a theme song, and learn how to edit video stuff. I'm not there yet. Otherwise, I'd be doing it, but I'm really not there yet. When I get to that point, I'm telling you, I will be doing my own music for my channel. I will do my own editing. Like, I plan to take it to a whole nother level. Like, I have ideas and stuff, but I have to get myself prepared to be able to deal and do all that. And that takes time, energy, and other stuff that I don't necessarily have, and resources I don't have. But I got to learn, I got to put in my work. I got to learn how to do this consistently, learn how to put out the kind of content, read the audience and stuff. Because, like I said, I don't really know. I'm just winging it, like most of us do. But again, for all the people who have followed me recently, I started off with 8. I got 85 right now, right? I'm happy for all 85. Whether all 85 view my content, whether all 85 like, share, subscribe, or comment, I really don't care. You know, the ones who do, you know, have that dialogue with me, I recognize you. I recognize a lot of you. And if you follow me on Twitter, some of y'all, and you know what, I'm gonna have to do a video about that. If you, matter of fact, I'll do it this way. If you have a Twitter account and you follow me, put it in the comment section so that way I can make sure I follow you back, because I want to make sure the people that are subscribed to me, I subscribe to them. And if you have a YouTube channel, I do follow YouTube channels back. So if you have a YouTube channel where you actually have content, let me know. I'm not subscribed to all of my commenters or followers, but if you have content on your channel or you're doing content, I'll gladly give you a follow and give you a view and give you a like or share if that'll help. Just let me know. But that's all I wanted to say. Look, man, I enjoy this shit. This shit is fun. You know, this is just a way for me to just act a motherfucking fool. A motherfucking fool in front of the camera uh, in a decent way, I'll say. You know, don't want to be in the middle of the street fight niggas and get knocked out and be like, oh, Jay Strokes got his teeth pushed into his esophagus. Like, I don't want to be out there like that. This is a little bit different. I can act a motherfucking fool uh, with class, you know. But, hey, y'all have a good day. You know, for all my followers I do have, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Man, keep doing what y'all do. Like I said, if y'all want me to follow your Twitter or even Facebook, you know, I'm a little different on Facebook. I talk a whole lot of different shit. I probably piss y'all off on Facebook, but you got Twitter, Instagram, or something like that, Snapchat. Let me know if that would help you or mean a lot to you. I would definitely give you a follow back or comment or shout out or whatever. So y'all have a good day. Peace.